Hello and good afternoon. We are here today with Nicole Gabai, and I'm Angela Brown, and we are here. And I've got a really interesting session for you today because here we are at the holidays. And as we approach the holidays, some of us have relatives coming over, and some of us are going to open that closet door. We're going to shove whatever we can inside, and we're going to hope that everything kind of looks clean and tidy when the relatives get here.
Yeah.
But what we do know is that somewhere between now and the end of the year, we got to open that closet door and we got to go back through everything. And maybe there's a better way than just shoving stuff in a closet.
Yes.
So today we're going to have that discussion about what do you do and how do you organize your house and about those holiday decorations. What do you do with the holiday decorations before and after the holidays and all the things? So please help me welcome
Yeah.
Nicole Goodbye. Nicole, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm very good. Thanks for being here today.
Excellent. Thanks for having me.
Right. So you wrote a book. You wrote a book called The Art of Organizing. Tell me about the book, and then I
I
want to jump in and I
did.
want to
And
hear all the details.
I'll show you the book right here, The Art of Organizing. Whoop. Yes, I have been an organizer for 23 years and I am also an artist. And I decided to put all of the methods that I've been teaching, not only doing classes and workshops, but teaching all of my clients. And many clients would call me again and again and say, hey, can you teach our group this? Can you show us that particular method that has worked so well? So I decided to put it in a book, and I'm also an artist. So the book is illustrated. I did over 80 illustrations and it just came out in June. So yay.
So when you say you're an artist, you literally sat down and you drew all the illustrations and
I,
you
I
explained how we organize instead of just telling us.
exactly. I wanted it to be a very fun, approachable read. I have been looking at organizing books, for decades now. And it's very great information, but it's a bit dense, it's a bit intense. And to me, this is such a visual medium, it's such a visual career, really. And without showing examples, I just felt like something was missing. And when I would go to my clients' homes, I found myself always drawing something for them. I'd say, oh, you need a magazine box for this. It would be like, well, what is that? Oh, okay, let me draw a sketch for you. Here it is. Oh, wow. Then they'd say, oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Or I would say, here's, you need some shoe shelves and we can stack them up. And again, they'd be like, what do you mean? So I found that once I gave a visual, it was much easier for us to share this common language.
So what is it? What is a shoe shelf?
Well, ideally, I recommend they're made of melamine and they come flat in a box. You put them together with a couple of screws here and there, but basically, it's two flat shelves, making the floor your bottom shelf. So you end up with three levels of being able to stack your shoes. And I recommend those way better than like the little curved wire or something slanted that has a little lip on it. I like the straight flat shelving because you can stack another set of shelves on top of it. And you can end up basically with 6 or 7 layers of shoe shelves. And I also recommend instead of, it's funny, a lot of people put their shoes into the closet where the back is facing out.
Mhm.
And I recommend just flip it. Do one shoe front and one shoe to the back. So you can see the front of your shoe. That's really the part
Ah.
when you're getting dressed, that's the part you're going to see or anyone's going to see. No one's really looking at your heel. They're looking at the front of the shoe. So on a flat surface, I like that you can have both visuals. And that also saves space. You can fit more pair of shoes usually across a shelf.
What a great tip. All right.
Yeah.
So we're like 4 minutes in. We've already got a really great tip
Yeah.
about a stackable shoe shelf and turning the shoe backwards and forwards
Yes.
so that you've got
Perfect.
one shoe back and one shoe front. You can
Yes.
see the front of the shoe and it saves
Yes.
space. And
Mhm.
that way it will help you decide to use your shoes instead of just letting them sit there in the closet.
Exactly. Collecting dust, which we don't
This
want.
was awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. No, I'm kidding.
I have that and many more tips. I love questions, so please fire away.
Well, that was awesome. Okay, so you wrote this book, The Art of Organizing,
Mhm.
and it's illustrated so
Yeah.
that somebody that wants to get organized for the new year, for example, can
Yeah.
not only pick up a copy for the holidays and give it away as a gift to
Yeah.
the person they love that they don't know how to tell, here's how to get organized. So tell us, you also, in addition to this, have just gone through a certification program where you are one of, I think, only 100 people in the country,
In the world.
in the world. Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the virtual or professional organizer certification. That's
Sure.
that's awesome.
Yes, thank you. So basically, most people do hands on organizing. That's kind of the way we've been doing it. And I've been doing it for a couple of decades. And I started thinking about there's got to be a better way or a different way to reach more people. And, I had that idea in mind with my book. Like, I thought it was very important for everyone to have access to learn these skills because they really are just skills that somehow along the way we need to have been taught or shown these skills. So I went to one of the organizing conventions, and sure enough, someone told me about a teacher who was issuing certifications. And she's, an official guru in our industry, and she's very highly respected, very well known. And I took the course, and now I am a certified virtual organizing professional. So, with this certification, we've learned a lot of things about the virtual process. It definitely is for people that are a little more high functioning, but not necessarily. It's just more for someone who perhaps they don't want somebody in their space. Perhaps they want to just manage their time and they want only to show me a certain portion of the house. Maybe they don't want me to see everything. They're going to say, I just want to look at this closet. So it gives
Mhm.
the client more control as to their comfort level, and it's a lot less expensive because, let's face it, organizing professionals, they can get pricey because usually we worked in 3 to 4 hour blocks of time.
Mm.
And that's very helpful, but it's also expensive. And in virtual, we only do sessions for 1 hour at a time, 1.5 hours maximum. And the benefits are you get myself, the person who is guiding you professionally, to give you the best insights and information on how to organize your space. But the client has more control of the decision making. Not that an organizer ever comes in and says, this is what you do. No, it's a collaboration. We work together, we talk about it, and really explore what will work for that client.
So let's pretend for a second that I'm the client. And
Yes.
so I call you up on the phone and
Mhm.
I'm using my phone. Do I look at my phone and not like, are we doing FaceTime when we're
You
having a
do?
conversation? Or do I
You
need like a little stand to put my phone on and I'm going to face it now towards my closet? What is
correct.
the process?
Yes. So both, in the beginning, we will face each other. And the wonderful thing about the process, which I'll get to in a second, but yes, you're right. It's very helpful to have a stand and you'll do reverse camera so that I can see what you're seeing. So if
Mm,
we're going to work on this dresser in your closet, it has shelves, it has drawers, but there's like tons of things in front of it. You threw in the duvets, you threw in boxes of old clothes and shoes. You can't even get to that dresser. I need to see that. Then we break it down into small parts, but we
got
do
it.
the whole session on a FaceTime format. Also, the really helpful thing is between sessions, a client has total access to me. They can text me, they can show me their progress, they can ask questions. I want to buy this product. Do you think it will work? Am I ready for this yet? That's one helpful thing. The other thing is I keep a journal with the client. In every session, I write the synopsis of what our goal was, what we worked on, what the feedback has been, and then where we go on the next session. And the client and I share this journal. So they are constantly seeing their progress too. And that's another great thing we've learned about the virtual process is that the learning that is shared has been exponential because it has been thought, in science for up to now saying once you turn 8 years old, your brain's like a sponge, and then you don't have that sponginess and you don't remember things anymore. You can't learn new things. But now the science has proven to us that that isn't true. And we, in fact, are constantly learning and creating new synapses if we have new skills. So, in this virtual process, I am imparting knowledge to the client so that they can reduce bad habits. So those synapses will quietly and slowly disappear. And then new synapses and new habits are being learned. So with the repetition, we meet once a week or twice a week. They are learning these skills. So there is science behind it. It's not just, oh, let's make it convenient, because there's a lot that the client gets out of it that's really helpful.
Thank you so much, Nicole, for joining us today.
You're
This was
welcome.
so much fun.
Oh,
And
you're welcome. It was great. Thanks for having me. Oh, and by the way, the book is available on Amazon or any bookstore. It's distributed through Ingram Books, so it's worldwide distribution.